Assalamualaikum. Today, Wan Muhammad Aqib and I, Muhammad ADIB IRSYAD, will present Topic 1, Introduction to Shipyard Industry. There is two sections that will be touched in our lesson today. Firstly, Management and Operation of Shipyard. Under this section, we will learn about shipbuilding, ship repair, marine infrastructure, and marine facilities at the dock. The second section is about the layout of the shipyard. Under this section, we will learn about planning new shipyard, replanning existing one, layout design procedure, and shipyard layout. So, firstly, what is shipyard? A shipyard is a facility for the construction and repair of the ship. Yacht, military vessel, cruise liner, and other freight or passenger ship are the example. Dockyards are frequently linked with maintenance and basing activities, as opposed to shipyards, which are frequently associated with initial construction. To provide convenient access for the ship, shipyards are built near the sea or tidal river. Many specialized crane, dry dock, slipway, dust-free warehouse, painting facilities, and exceptionally extensive space for ship fabrication will be found on the site of huge shipyard. Now, let's get to our first section, that is Management and Operation of Shipyard.
First, the construction of ships and other floating vessels is known as shipbuilding. It usually takes place in a shipyard, which is a specialized facility. Shipwrights are sometimes known as shipbuilders. Naval engineering refers to both commercial and military shipbuilding and ship maintenance. Boat building is a comparable activity that involves in the construction of boats. Next, there are 11 processes of shipbuilding. First, the design is divided into two categories, which is basic design and detailed design. Designers settle demands with a ship owner during the basic design stage by meeting an order ahead of time and devising a plan to give maximum performance within various limitations. Designer partition the drawings and information acquired at the basic design stage and create detailed drawings to be able to product intelligently at the detailed design stage and begin shipbuilding based on this blueprint. Lofting means the work to make the model that they can cut actually and assemble based on the design drawing, because the design drawing is written by being scaled down and omitted, so they cannot cut a steel based on this drawing. Based on a model made by lofting, numerical control cutting is the work to actually cut out the form of the parts from the steel plates. Next, bending. A ship consists of complicated curved surface, so they need to bend the steel plate because it is a plane. Pushing it with a press machine or heating the surface by a gas burner, they bend it carefully little by little to match the model. Next, assembly. It is inefficient to construct a huge ship at a time, so they adopt the block construction method, which they divide the blocks according their size and assemble in the shipyard. Next, block installation and assembly. They install and join assembled blocks by right order on a building berth by a crane and assemble them in the form of the final ship. Next, painting. When the assembly is over, the painting begins. The painting plays a big role not only to improve the appearance of the ship, but also in the safety to prevent from corrosion. Next, launching. The building berth inclines to the direction of the sea like a slide, and they let a ship slide on it and float on the sea. The launching is the tensest moment for the shipyard staff and is also the most important day on shipbuilding. Next, outfitting means to equip the complete hull with pipe, engine, interiors, and electric wires. After finish the outfitting, they apply performance tests such as a vessel speed and the turning by running a ship actually and confirm to be satisfied with the contract specification between the owner and shipyard. Lastly, delivery. A ship leaves the shipyard and sets sail for the ocean at last. If everything is ready, it is finally a start on a voyage. Ship repair. All ship conversions, overhauls, maintenance program, significant damage repairs, and small equipment repairs are included in ship repair. The shipping and shipbuilding industry rely heavily on ship repair. Many ships are currently in need of update and conversion to meet safety and environmental regulation. The scenario is putting pressure on ship business as fleet throughout the world become old and inefficient, as well as the expensive cost of new ship. There are a few types of repair work. First, blasting and repainting ship hulls, freeboard, superstructure, and interior tanks. Next, major machinery rebuilding and installation, such as diesel engine, turbines, generators, and pump stations. Next, system overhauls, maintenance and installation, such as flushing, testing and installation of a piping system. Lastly, propeller and rudder repairs, modification and alignment. Marine infrastructure. Shipyards today will construct a vessel using components that are constructed both off and on-site. The on-site work will involve specialized areas and equipment. The off-site work involves prefabrication. Prefabricated sections are widely used in modern shipbuilding. The hull or superstructure's whole multi-deck parts will be built elsewhere in the yard, hauled to the building dock or slip away, and then lifted into place. Block construction is another name for this approach. Next, there are a few types of equipment and specialized area. First, a crane is a type of machine, generally equipped with a hoist, wire ropes, or chains that can be used both to lift and lower materials and move them horizontally. Next, synchrolifts are a system of synchronized winches used for lifting boats and ships out of the water. A vessel is maneuvered over a submerged cradle, which is then lifted by a set of synchronized hoists and winches. Next, slipways. Large slipways are used to build and repair ships and boats, while smaller public slipways are used to launch leisure vessels. Next, a dry dock is a narrow basin that is flooded to allow a ship to be floated in, and then drained to allow the ship to come to rest on the dry platform. Dry docks are used for the construction, maintenance, and repair of ships and boats. The traditional form of dry dock, commonly known as graving dock, is a narrow basin made of earthen berms and concrete into which a vessel may be floated. Lastly, floating dry docks is a dock that floats on the water and can be partly submerged to permit entry of a ship and raised to keep the ship high and dry. It is also called as floating dry dock. Multiple ballast tanks are provided on a floating dock, which are constructed by separating the body longitudinally and transversely.
Lastly, marine facilities at the dock. The first facility at the dock is store supply. Such a major operation as a dry dock facilities will require a regular supply of standard and consumable store, such as light bulb, disinfection, brush, including machinery spare. Because of the need for continued operation, the storeroom is usually situated at close to the workshop and monitored under the control of designated storemen. Second is steel fabrication. Although the typical alternative for steelwork protection have already been described, various steel treatment can also help in the fight against the corrosion. Steel hardening, tempering, pickling, normalizing, and galvanizing are examples of the such treatment. The on-site workshop facilities meet the apparent transportation maintenance need while also allowing for flexibility. Around a docking area, mobile platform, compressor, generator, and welding facilities are commonly used, and this would fall under the transport and service operation. Lastly, medical and first aid kit. Every dockyard operation shall have a designated area for emergency medical treatment in the case of an accident or illness while on the job. These facilities could be added to an administrative block or another handy built near the pier. Next, we move to our second section, that is the layout of the shipyard. With the increase of the ship size and introduction of new construction process, it has become clear that a new shipyard plan will be beneficial. The ability to build larger vessels has several advantages, including a uniform labor load, a faster ship's development cycle, and cost saving in construction procedure. This can be attained by designing a layout that facilitates the movement of material from one productive activity to the next while avoiding bottleneck. Next, planning new shipyard or replanning the existing one. Things need to be considered when planning a new shipyard or replanning the existing one are: firstly, size and type of ship to be built. Second, material production per year to be achieved. Third is material handling equipment to be supplied. Next, machining process to be installed. Then, amount of outfit and engine installation to be undertaken. And lastly, control service to be supplied. Layout design procedure according to Litter's law. Those methodologies are as follow. First is production area based on layout design. The first procedure is to estimate the production area based on the target ship information and planned production volume. The basic principle of this procedure is to calculate the required total area for each production process. Fundamentally, the calculation of area for the block is based on Litter's law. Second is optimization for shop location. The next step of shipyard layout design after estimating workstation area is to locate each shop or factory with optimization where shop or factory is dealt as the meaning of production unit. It is possible to mutual relation among each production unit too. There is not detailed information of facility or work plan. Then, unit cell arrangement. This work is optional for preliminary layout design. The object of this step is to design a detailed work area and major equipment such as cutting machine, lifting crane inside a designed production unit. In this step, planned production capacity is considered for the computation of size and the number of unique work area. Next, we will move to shipyard layout. The shipyard layout is based on fixed position layout. This layout produces product in low volume with limited variation. In a fixed position layout, the product remains at one location and manufacturing equipment is moved to the product rather than the vice versa. This layout is used to produce very heavy and bulky product that can't be easily transferred from one place to another, such as ship, rocket, and submarine. This is all of the material and resource used to make this slide. That's all from us. Thank you.